Peace and love, everybody. Peace, all my good people. Okay, you guys. As if everything in boxing isn't already full of turbulence, full of unexpected, peaks, valleys, undulations, all types of, insane turns for the worst. How absolutely perplexing was it yesterday, you guys, in what was about to occur concerning the Tank Davis versus Frank Martin bout? What the hell? We are only 1 month away, from this highly coveted, long-awaited fight. Curiously, however, it was being alleged yesterday, as many of you are probably familiar with, by now at least, It was being alleged yesterday that the WBA was going to be implementing a rehydration clause on this fight. What? Yo, Twitter yesterday was damn near on fire, y'all. Boxing Twitter was on one heavy yesterday. It was insane, Now, it was on Twitter where someone had asked, that I had come across, somebody had asked Earl Spence Jr. if the rumor had some weight, because it was slowly making its rounds across, the Twitter space, and people just, had some questions. And supposedly, Frank Martin did an interview recently where he had alluded to having heard some rumblings about a possible lingering rehydration clause and a possibility of its implementation for this fight, but had mentioned that he wasn't 100% confirmed at that time, And a fan happened to mention EJ on Twitter, and he asked him, he said, I need to be sure about this before the rumors get started. Javante and Earl, is this true? If so, this ain't it, big homie. Y'all are in the same weight class. I can't let you skate with that one. And EJ actually responded to that tweet by saying, yeah, WBA new rule. Now, the whole of boxing Twitter went into an absolute frenzy, you guys. And you know what? Rightfully motherfucking so. Everybody was shocked, appalled, and stunned as more and more reportings came out, leaning towards the confirmation of this being true of the WBA. Now, all eyes in this matter turned directly to Gervonta Tank Davis, And poor little Tank saw those shots being aimed and fired directly at him, and he immediately copped a plea, running to his Twitter and saying, quote, I'm not sure what the fuck y'all talking about, but if it's true, y'all telling me I have enough power to tell the WBA what to do? I don't even know what the fuck is going on. End quote. That's what Tank said, And people are like, excuse me, what you mean the power to tell the WBA what to do? Aren't you the same man that said that you would, posit that, you would refuse and rebuke any type of forcing of them to mandate you to fight Devin Haney? Aren't you the same person? So people were perplexed by his, timid, reticent, position. Basically, like all of a sudden he has no say or no power or leeway to sway the WBA in any way. Excuse me, A-side. Hello? What type of time are we on here, Mr. A-side? All of a sudden, you don't have any credence with the WBA or the things that you say? So people were definitely perplexed at this, and he was just on the back end receiving all of the backlash as well. Now, at that point, boxing fans really could care less if he knew what was going on or not, We wanted answers, We were demanding answers. And if anything that wasn't an answer was met by us with some type of explication, if we found it to be insufficient to us fans, oh no, we had the guns out, The guns were definitely out. Somebody was going to get it, period, So luckily for the boxing world, though, it has since been announced that the WBA is not going to be mandating the 12-pound hydration clause after all. Okay, the rehydration clause. It's not going to be implemented. But get this. Reportedly, the WBA president, Gilberto Mendoza, had supposedly been informed that Tank and Frank had already signed their agreement before the WBA introduced that new plan to have the rehydration clauses implemented on further fights. So allegedly, it was confirmed to him, that those two men had already agreed to their terms and signed their terms. But excuse me, Mr. Goddamn Mendoza, what you mean it was confirmed? You know what? This excuse is really, really a reach, y'all. Okay? This is the excuse you're going to try to use to save face. Oh, okay, we were going to do it. But I had found out that the terms were already agreed to and signed for. The contract was signed. You know what? This is nothing but a backtrack, y'all. They thought that they were slick. That's the reality of it. They thought that they were slick, opting to give Tank an out. I am not buying an ounce of it. All of a sudden, okay, Tank's first title defense against his most worthy opponent since Pedraza, y'all. And a magical rehydration clause appears out of thin air all of a sudden. Give me several breaks, please. Okay, several breaks. How could you assume that the terms weren't already signed for by both men? That I can't get beyond that excuse, y'all. What the hell? This fight is a month away. 1 month away. Tickets have already been put on the market for sale for weeks now. Okay? You thought that the contract wasn't signed. How the fuck could it not be signed for when people are purchasing their tickets? The venue is set. The promotional data has already been put out. What the fuck you mean? Oh, okay. No, y'all already signed your agreement. Who the fuck? This damn fight hasn't been in negotiations for I don't know how long now. It's already been set in stone. So the cop-out, the plea, is really a half-assed attempt to cover up what the real shenanigans were trying to pose. Okay? They knew what the fuck they were trying to do. The reality is that the public outcry that they were receiving incessant backlash from and with that intensity and how forward fans were completely against this, that's what made them rescind their motion, okay? That's what made them rescind and backtrack all of that nonsense. They didn't want that smoke from the boxing fans. That's what made them redirect their course on that nonsense. And of course, the Tank fanboys were on a whole stroll, y'all, just proud and strong, ready and on standby to make a ready-made excuse to throw around. Now get this, all over Twitter, in one breath, they've been saying this. They've been saying, oh man, Tank is going to mollywop Frank all over that ring. He doesn't stand a chance, y'all, right? Things like, oh, his lights are going to be out as soon as he gets in the ring. Oh, just give Tank 7 rounds. He's getting Frank the fuck out of here, right? And then when the rehydration speculation surfaced and they had to, bat an eye to Tank and say, okay, what's going on? When everybody's looking at Tank like, nigga, this motherfucker is in your weight class. What the hell you mean rehydration clause? Then the excuse of the sassy man fans was, this is only going to put things on an equal footing for the fight, right? They changed the tone. Oh, this is only going to make things equal. Oh, Tank is a small man. He's not going to allow himself to be weight bullied, for heaven's sakes. Okay, you hear this? You guys are pathetic. Those filthy, sassy man fans are absolutely pathetic. Okay, just ready to glaze on command and assume the position on their knees. That's just exactly what they were ready to do. Should that have been mandated, they were going to stick by Tank no matter what and stick by that excuse of a rehydration clause no matter what, just because it was going to be in the benefit of Tank Davis. Now, I'm glad that this plug was completely removed from this situation. It was nonsensical from the onset, okay? And what a catastrophe that would have been for boxing, y'all, okay? Amid all of the other craziness and shenanigans and mayhem going on right now, that would have been added insult to injury, to say the least. at least for the real boxing enthusiasts like myself. So I'm glad that that's off the table. Let's just get to the fight, y'all. No more blockades, no more sudden stops, no more unexpected terms. Let's just get these two kings in the ring, let them hash it out, and let us have a great time watching these two men solidify themselves in the boxing world. Anyway, I'm on to the next, y'all. Peace.